Everybody, we're starting the stream here in a few minutes. We're letting Bryan get set up for all this cool stuff for Booker's Night, all the 2023 lineup. So we're excited for that, and you can watch us all have a good time. But this year it's interactive. You get lots of screens, which is really cool. There's more than my technology is available, but Bryan has an awesome setup here. So we get this cool thing to go for us. We can go back, and then so you can see that, and then we'll go back with the other screen on too. So we'll do that. Push the little exit button going. It's such a cool thing.
I forgot to ask about that.
So we got that. Hey, Tater Dom, good to see you there. We gotta set this other screen up we had earlier.
Right, we're gonna take on here.
This one
Yeah,
here.
I'm not center right now.
There we go. So we'll do that. You want this too? I want this big.
Got your Kelly's.
Any sugar kitty?
Okay, I think I got it.
We want to show you guys that. Hey, we'll make that big. You guys care about this part, not us. So there, that. Make this the full screen. All right, how's that look? Although we can't see the chat that way. I can look on the phone though.
Yeah, I was pulling up my phone.
All right, that works. All right, there it is, and I'll pull it up on the phone. So we'll start here in a few minutes, and I'll let Bryan present this amazingness he does every year. So I'm gonna turn over to Bryan.
You gotta
All
stand
right.
in front of the camera.
Either way, it's fine.
Gary, everybody check your phones. You should have a link to an Airtable that came to you. And when you click on it, it should just bring you to a screen that says Booker's Night 2023 batches review form. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Yes,
The other thing you can do real quick is click on where it says name. I'll go over this whole thing in a minute, but click where it says name. Make sure you can find your name in the list. If you cannot, let me know.
Oh, you can't make your own.
If you're not, then I guess you just weren't invited. Sorry.
Oh, that was my shin.
Going to get glasses handed out at the same time.
I need to pass these around.
Nah, I'll distribute.
I don't see McLovin.
Oh, who's not on there?
McLovin.
McLovin.
There's one name I seal.
Thank you.
Connor, he's over here.
What a guy. What a host.
Oh, thank you. That would be helpful.
Sarah, Marks.
They do
Are
prefer.
these your glasses?
Is Bill coming back? After work.
Megan, I don't think I have you on the
We
list.
sold them. No.
Oh, no, me and Kate are
Let's get them
sharing.
back later.
You and Katie are?
Yes.
All right, you're under Katie's name then.
Okay,
For
perfect.
We told Will he had to go back. He has to come
I think I got everyone else.
He had to go back to work.
He's at work.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. Need to close that. You really have-
So is William gonna come
You
back?
get like the
Yes,
Times Square stuff. This is great.
Oh.
You know how that goes with Will. I think I've ever seen him shop at something like twice.
All right, we will get started while we're waiting on Dane to come in. Who all is their first time doing Booker's Night? Awesome.
You're in for a treat.
Welcome. So this is like fifth or sixth time we've done it. It's gotten progressively more absurd throughout the years.
That's what makes it fun.
We're going to I sent out the Airtable. You should have gotten a link. You should have found your name on there. Make sure you can do a review. What we're going to do, we're going to try all of the 2023 batches. I have not tried them. I mean, you know, I'm a big Booker's fan, but I have not tried any of the 2023s. I always wait till tonight before I get to do it. Drinking whiskey has like one rule, and it's you need to be quiet when I'm talking. Nobody likes rules when it comes to drinking, but we do have one or two actually that I think enhances the experience. So we're going to put those two out. The first one is when we uncork a bottle, everyone needs to be quiet and look up, and we're all going to scream in celebration when the cork pops. And two, you are not allowed to pour your own whiskey. So you're going to get the bottle, pour it for someone sitting to your left or right, and pass the bottle around. That's going to help instill a little camaraderie, and then we'll all try them together. This is super subjective. We're having fun with this. I know this seems like a lot of effort for reviewing whiskey, but it's really like we're kind of poking fun at the fact that people do go this over.
We understand you're nerding out.
It's
also-
also.
And I get to use Power BI for
And
stuff.
you give me a nerd. I want to
Yeah.
say also when you're pouring whiskey for your other person, be gentle. These
Thank
are
you.
very high proof, and we have a long night ahead of us.
That is true. There's if you want more whiskey and you're still thirsty after these, I have a sneaking suspicion we'll be able to find something else to wet your whistle. So yeah, that's a good call out, Sarah. Very high proof stuff.
Yeah.
We'll go gentle. We have opportunities to come back and try them again later,
Yes.
so don't feel like you gotta drown yourself the first
No,
time.
you want to go like
Even
here.
lower, okay, so let's
You
Yeah, you don't want that
show me a
much.
line.
That ends poorly.
No,
Quickly.
you don't want
With
to
that,
go against the ball.
I got you.
we left this up as you walked in. Hopefully you got like a brief overview of the 4 batches we're going to try. Charlie's batch, the apprentice batch, Mighty Fine batch, and the storyteller batch. We'll talk a little bit about the backstory on all of those when we get to them.
Oh.
I got my own Whiskey Crusaders.
Couple quick things over Booker's. You can see the mash bill when it was started. It's a real cool story around Booker's. Booker No, when he became the master distiller. I know his last name's not Bean, but he was married into the family. And he used to go around and pull samples from all these different barrels. And, with blending for like the large batches, you're supposed to hit like a target profile. And sometimes some barrels aren't quite ready for whatever that target profile is, and you get to have a little more fun with them. And when you find a really good barrel that he liked that wasn't for the big batches, then he would kind of set them off to the side, and he started mixing his own favorite barrels, and that became Booker's bourbon, and he would just give it out as gifts. The reason the bottle is shaped like it is he would use like old wine bottles and clean them out and fill them with that, and they've kept that tradition going. They're all small batches, so it is a blend of different barrels. It's not really a single barrel, but a pretty limited number of barrels, and it's all at barrel proof. The average age tends to be around 7 years, but some a lot older. They have to put the youngest one on the label. We're going to be tasting for reviewing for the nose, the palate, the finish, heat, and the Booker's profile. These are all weighted categories. Nose, just how it smells. Palate, once it hits your lips and your tongue, kind of what you think. The finish, after you swallow it, what's left behind. Heat, that's kind of hard to describe. As like how much does it burn? Sometimes burn is a good thing. So if it's like a enjoyable burn, you can rate it a little higher. If it's not an enjoyable burn, a little lower. Booker's profile, we still don't include that in the composite score. But if you've had any Booker's before, particularly the older batches, we're trying to see if we can find more that remind you of like the 2015 and prior batches. So just throw a little score. The good shit.
The good shit.
When you get on there, there'll be a little area for free text as well. It's a lot of fun. If you have any notes, just put them in there. Doesn't have to be super sophisticated. You can say what they smell or
That's when the fun happens.
yeah, so and we're gonna all get to see
Creativity.
like what you had to say on those.
On the other side of stars.
So with that, you probably want me to shut up so you can start drinking. Does that sound about right?
Bring out the booze.
All right, this is 2023-01. We are starting with Charlie's batch. This is named after the craftsman who designed and created the first. His name was Charlie, as a matter of fact. The wooden boxes. So this is the signature box that all of the Bookers comes in.
Hey, just bring a little levity.
Used to be handmade, but he does still create them today. They have a business that does, more like premium woodworking and stuff. John, you probably appreciate it. They did design and build the furniture that's in the Fredno distillery section out at Jim Beam. What you'll notice on all these are all over 7 years old, which is exciting, and they're all. I think 62.7 was the lowest proof one. So on paper, they sound kind of like the 2015 batches, which is good. Without further ado,
What is the
Eyes up here.
thank you. I need
Eyes to the front.
She's our sergeant at arms.
Booker's night is underway.
What's like when you say 2015? Like, I've never really like knowingly enjoyed Bookers.
Welcome to Burger King.
Yeah, what would that like?
Going to
What's
diversify
what's the
batches
difference?
for Bookers,
What do y'all- what's-
So they make.
Throw it in the fire.
They used to just release batches like throughout the year, and you could read a little code to kind of tell when it was barreled, when it was bottled, all that sort of stuff. And then in 2015, they switched from that to they named their batches, and then it just says, like right now it says 2023-01.
Okay.
So the first one was 2015-01. It's called Big Man Small Batch.
Sorry.
You got quintessential bourbon is like one of the best bourbons.
That's like a legit.
It's a perfect Booker's taste. They used to make 6 batches a year. Now they're down to 4. But when we say the 2015s, we're talking 2015-01 through 6 and 2016-01 through 6 are all pretty solid. You can see up here where the barrels came from that make up this batch. We haven't really put the tied everything together to figure out like which warehouse we tend to prefer.
I just want to know how you do your Power BI.
The
Well, like,
Power BI session will come in a later.
or like, it's like.
Oh, thank you, Katie.
I'm really nerding out about his. Like,
Katie, I appreciate you asking that question because I like sharing your tidbits.
Down here.
I didn't hear.
Just go on the
So every
how he created this his background.
every batch that has this little label on it, it'll have the name, the 2023-01, so it's got the like the batch ID. They have a little picture that kind of goes along with the name, then all the stats, age, proof, all that good stuff. And every label is a different color. So the nerdy part here is that tag was pulled from the website, and then we got the hex code for the tag, and that's what the background is. So the background does like actually match the hex color
I
code.
figured there was
Good job.
science
That's important
art
to know.
behind it.
Cheers, everybody! Thanks for making it out to Booker's night.
Cheers.
Thank you for
Thanks for
hosting.
having us.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Cheers.
Hey, Brian, can you do one thing? Because if you can go back one and see the nose,
Yep.
Caleb can't see.
Oh, my bad. There you go.
Go back and see what you're actually like. The description of what you're.
Things that make
The nose, the palate, and all that. And then you get the.
So you might like really like the nose, but don't like the taste, or vice versa.
What's your comment?
Oh, this is for me.
Glad to go back to. Hey, there's Dane.
Oh, hi.
No?
You good, Caleb? Or
Take your
You were
drink and decide how you feel about all those things.
there's no right or wrong answer.
Yeah.
I feel weird, but then when
I
I
can't tell you to do
What's that?
this.
You want to go with the nose?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Exactly what he said. You asked me to answer the question for you. I don't know.
Oh, perfect. I figured y'all would wait for me. Brian asked me if we should.
We said
I said start without me. So
Hey, Dave.
Now
So,
we've
man,
got-
We're coming back through the second time today.
we're working on lens.
No, Feroz is on his
Can I
way
come
too.
to one wine?
Alright. Oh, I need to get him added on the list. I don't think I have him in the people list.
As long as she's got her wine. she's good.
Red.
just use the same link.
Okay.
I want that.
You pulling up from last year, Dave?
The one I
No,
sent,
I've been collaborating.
the one I sent you last year.
You created.
You already put all these?
Yeah.
I gave it.
I created the
So,
database.
this is your
he
first
created
time, I'm
the-
doing a
all
ranking.
the like metrics. and
Okay.
everything.
Based off the
I did
best
nothing
things
in
I've
Power
had
BI
before,
other
or
than,
just
like,
what I just
Get the connection.
It's a great question.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I use this for other stuff.
I mean, there's one cool kind of like.
Just like
Might
my
be the best version. Go on the next one.
I have a question, sir.
It's okay. I mean,
The Brooker's.
Yes, the good looking blonde over
It's
here.
like
Brooker's data file, is that your overall rating?
That's what
It's a much
you,
more accessible
if you
way
think
to
it
do
tastes
like,
like what Booker's is supposed to taste like.
relational data.
Now, if you don't know because you haven't had a lot of Bookers, that's fine. Just
So,
throw
Katie, you
five in
tell
there.
us what do you think
Yeah,
Bookers
Bookers
are supposed to taste
They have
like?
default.
I mean,
Did
you have
like
I'm a
templates
ton of
you can go on there and you want to really that exact thing you're doing
Yes,
inventory.
I did.
but it's been a year, so.
Does it have a spreadsheet of it now?
Many other
Because
things.
that's probably-
Yeah, it's easier to do
Probably
it
should do like a
because other people
pre-party
don't
for
do
the
it.
previous years from now on.
There's other reasons why.
Pre-party?
Yeah, we just do all the 2022s, then we
You
get
just have to,
like
you just
Good.
just have to think through what you're actually
We
wanting
can
to
start
track.
with
Carry on.
There we go. Ways to simplify it.
We need to order air
Every year it gets every year it gets
Say you
more
go-
and more.
Carry on.
Okay, we had 9 years worth for this year.
One table that is just like all liquor, and then you have
Well,
other
we're
tables.
thinking
that references that. It says,
Huh.
okay, we have 2 of these in inventory, how much is each place? It
Of course.
depends on how granular you want to
Yeah.
get.
They were fan with being very.
Yeah, because I think the spreadsheet, like,
I can't do
the
it
start of the
straight.
spreadsheet, like,
There are
10 years
some
ago,
that I
and
can.
as it got nerdier and nerdier, it
It's
gets
just like
it's just
digital
stupider and
stuff.
stupider.
Yeah.
Like the barrel numbers and the day was.
Whiskey and
This
Coke
is
are
just
cool.
yeah, it gets ridiculous. And I'm like, and my early stuff, I'm like,
It took
Hey,
me
but
a
I
lot
said
of
that-
ways
it's
to
like,
find
that's not helpful.
Caleb,
something
you're
that
asking
was
me
like,
questions,
and it was
man.
like,
Yeah, I'm.
oh, yes, okay.
There's
Anything
just
about-
the-
I like
I
what
don't
you think I think.
sure, like,
Yeah.
that's
I'll
all-
definitely
I like the taste.
You decide.
Better
Let's
than
go
the-
about it.
Like,
Certainly,
certainly,
I'll let my
like,
response
think
through the process of what you want to actually.
yeah,
do.
that's what I need to do for it. Yeah.
That one's
It's
different.
close. Yeah, that's fair.
What's that whiskey I like, Brian?
Oh, you're talking for real.
Oh,
You're talking about
sorry.
the whiskey
No,
Coke.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Sheep dip.
This is why
Or,
you're stuff.
swear jar.
I've been
That
telling
one
that
I
for
like.
a long time.
Yeah, what is that?
Sarah.
I wanted jokes.
This one I
It's
like.
maple donut flavor.
Maple.
It's
That's good.
So she's like, I do like whiskey a little bit.
That's a good
Yes.
one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's screwball and
It's its
maple
own
donut.
category.
It sounds like something Will would really like, Sarah. What do you think?
Ooh, can
We
we
should-
borrow that?
Can we
for
borrow that and
Saturdays?
torture Will, please?
Yes.
That would be a really good one for the
Just-
core series.
Yes, it would.
You want this?
It's
So if you lose it, you owe me like $12.
I got you. You know we like to.
He's like, please lose it.
You know we like to torture him.
This is gonna be great because I know it's good.
Like, I had water somewing different. Like, I don't know.
Your call, man. Yeah. Now I gotta add drop downs for if it has water in it. They can add that to the list.
Do you never add water?
Super
Or you like
No,
I really
For this, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want but it's.
So do you like?
Brian adds a lot of water. in it.
Are you 50%
Just
I know that problem.
It's a fantastic idea, and I always say, like, I don't add water, and then we go to the Four Roses Distillery, and I put the water in there, I'm like, these are all better than water. And then I go home and I don't do it.
I say anything 50%. Well, or 60.
It's closed up, it's too hot. And
Sorry.
When I hear like the people who work in places, like,
The only things that we like.
No, no.
It just says about the batch that you like.
Well, the texture is.
Oh, any comments that you like.
Oh,
I make like, any comments that you wish.
I'm just saying.
That's a fair, that's
Oh,
fair.
there, yeah, never mind. I
Any
forget.
comments that you wish.
It's
never-
weird.
Yeah.
She's
So
clear.
anyone got any,
She made it taste like-
anything they want to throw
I'll
out on this one?
initiate.
It doesn't
Yeah.
taste like Booker's.
Tastes like this is
Yeah.
It tastes like it should be 110, 115, not 126. Because that's what it tastes like.
Tastes like this.
Well, it's because you grabbed the wrong glass.
What do you think, Brian? Mr. Booker's?
It's not Booker's.
It's like really, the nose is very sweet and floral for a Booker's, which I don't care for.
It's not.
Like, it's not what I
It's
can.
not
I'm not gonna move for
Okay,
that.
you do too.
It's not anything like Booker's, but I really like it.
If this was
It's
Four
tasty
Roses,
for what it is.
if this was Four Roses night, I'd be like, that's a solid Four Roses.
Did you shut my?
But it's uniquely dry.
Four Roses
It
Hey,
has
it's
dry,
fine.
like,
The dryness usually comes from the wood. I used to get a lot of oak if it's dry.
This is like
Sometimes
soft
I've
like
got
secret
one.
flavor.
Yeah, and I don't get oak, but I do get it dry.
To me, that's
What finish?
I drink
It's
a
not
lot.
$110 book. So it's got a good.
Do you want to redo
Hey,
that?
Brian, you asked
Show me
what surprised me about it. You said the nose was like too sweet for you. I honestly thought when I smelled it, I was like, if you were introducing somebody, like, if you were explaining the whole Booker's
Yeah,
thing,
that's my husband.
it smells like Booker's.
And
It
he's-
tastes like Booker's. What
Yes,
was
and
weird
oh
to
my
me
God,
is the finish was like, to me, almost nothing.
Yeah, I agree.
Like there's
Super short.
there's no linger, there's no like, oh wait, where'd that like banana come from? Like you took it and it was gone. It was weird to me.
Which, yeah,
But I thought the nose was good.
it's I like Logan said. I like it. I like the nose. I like the taste,
Yeah.
but it's not what I'm in the mood for on a Booker's night.
Yeah, it's good bourbon
Yeah.
until the finish, but But yeah, not Booker.
All right, there you go.
Like,
Daddy girl. My expert. Come on.
Okay, I'm like trying to get a
Got it.
picture of her, but she just keeps like moving.
You suck. Come here. Daddy girl. Come here.
Did you submit
Jokes on
I
her.
did.
Daddy girl.
You're gonna be proud of me.
She's like, there's too many people in there.
Brian, what are some of the
You're too close to the men. Too much
like if you
sex.
get
I
the
made
really expensive
comments
bookers, like what are
this
some of the
time.
years you can get if you
That might be my favorite one I've ever tried.
You probably won't find
Did you
older
try Big Man's
batches
Okay.
easily.
So
Like
it's
you
not
might
like 15 years. Or,
you might happen
You don't know what
to
you're
you might
missing.
happen across
It is
a liquor
big
store,
Big Man's
like a
bookers.
small liquor store that still happens to have a batch from
It
2017.
really is.
Like
I'll agree with that statement.
they're not out in.
But
I mean,
barrels,
it's
they're not
higher.
aging them more than
Shut the
8
high
years.
It's Brian. He has.
The oldest they have is
It's Brandon.
I've the
their 30th anniversary.
It's
I think is
It's one of the oldest.
Yeah,
older
had
my
ones.
favorite bourbon.
had
Find it
some
harder.
years.
And
Wow.
it's like,
But
I
that's
did-
so
It's not like
good.
everything's
we're
just
bourbon.
big.
I started
Yeah.
damming off
Yeah,
rocks. That's literally there's a
Limited
limited edition of the 30th that's labeled
Samurai
as
or whatever
16
for
year.
Oh really?
You don't see that one?
No.
You mean
best
very
ride
bad.
ever? Yeah.
My
She's trying
brother
to
bought
take
a bottle.
it to
and
the
it's-
door.
I want to get one of those.
This is in just weddings.
Yeah, they'll all carry
It
them.
is-
They just don't have very many. They go kind of. It's not the
Oh,
rarest thing in the world.
It is.
Good job, Eddie.
You know what I usually say, Brian, about it? It's maybe like the punches in your mouth.
No. Come on, man. It's like going to a theme park expecting to go on like a big roller coaster. And all you have is a merry-go-round. You know, I wanted something terrifying. Has everybody submitted their reviews?
You say quality and I know.
Anybody not put their reviews in?
What was?
My review's on point.
I think mine's pretty
I think Tony's becoming already.
You're very proud of me.
No.
good. Mine has
No.
I'm proud of mine.
I'm looking at it like something well enough.
Yeah.
It's very white girl.
Don't even compare the two.
I'll drink it.
All right, let's see what we think. Drum roll, please.
Free Hello
Yeah, that's high for that's fun.
Post Hello
Yes, that's the highest.
Everything. Everything.
Come All right, composite score 58.96. That's one of the lower ones we've had. I think we've been down at like a
You're
50.
introducing somebody's.
You sit on like short chair, man.
Oh, my bad. I'll sit down here.
Matt didn't.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All the sucks.
Oh, it's your tail. What's hitting me?
Matt is the feast or famine reviewer over there.
Hey, Mike.
We will get a 20 and we will get a 90, and they'll both come from Matt.
He's a binary person.
Yeah.
Good.
Like I put hot cold.
Wait,
in
that
my
is
mouth.
on the really
Sick.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
All right, so
That's
Chris,
point exactly how I feel.
Maybe I'm into that kind of thing.
Wow.
It's
I don't know if I was an honest
mediocre.
assessment. It just was like I'm gonna start it off here.
That's kind of
Yeah,
what I was
all of a
at.
sudden
Oh, this
your
is now?
scores go
Yeah,
down.
you're screwed.
Yeah,
Wait till you have like a.
Gotta be accountable to them, and
But
Yeah.
you can't go back and change.
It was
So-
good. I'm
26.
gonna judge my
What?
next
We're
one's
close.
compared.
we're close in score or what?
Age.
the only reason it's a
Dave,
26
Dave,
is because Matt couldn't scroll further left to the end of his screen.
Matt
He ran out of scroll space.
Nice, Logan.
Never mind,
but
Logan.
I read your review.
I always knew.
Where are y'all reading? You're closer
Down
than I
at
am.
the bottom.
Oh.
If your son was
Well,
going to
your,
win anything,
your view's
it was
kind
the
of
hula
lost.
hoop championship. I
Can
knew
you
it.
see
I can see that.
Okay.
I can see that. Yeah, I just
I think there's something in there that should show up at some point in time that needs to be read.
I was not
He
impressed.
really knows how to use them hips.
Wait, time out.
No.
Time in.
Two of them are 70, but they're two different.
Because they're weighted.
It's because it's yeah.
She has a point.
I was confused. I was like, why does Connor have more points?
Taste matters.
Because I'm a winner.
I know, like, did he beat me?
Why is it not higher than mine?
A winner.
Interesting.
It's the algorithm getting it.
That's why we're not getting new furniture in here.
It's just water.
No, she's
I'm
right.
gonna rinse it out.
It's like a better version of Febreze.
We good. Bam.
Yeah.
Caleb,
Does
Nailed
smell
it.
better.
you're not
True.
invited.
Well, I'm surprised he said that. He's like the most.
Hey, mine was
Please
free.
free. I know.
Matilla owes my whiskey. Wait, Alan, what did you say?
$7.50.
What?
Actually, that's what Whiskey said.
Not my favorite, by the way.
October, Bristol.
Seven.
So it's on the side?
I owe you $7.50.
He hadn't been drinking.
That's where the
I just made some shit up.
I said,
And I don't know
That
what
that reminds me of Dumb and Dumber.
remind everybody knows the rules.
Where he's like, what is that?
You ever watch those pizza reviews?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got the shirt.
Beer. Yeah. Because I was like, I don't know how to start
Drinks
this.
it,
I'm
he's
gonna say one bite.
Get out of
I'm
here.
like,
It takes like 9 bites to
I haven't, dude, honestly,
That's old.
I kind of like, I would say about a year and a half, I probably just stopped.
I don't really watch them.
Yeah, you're so walk back up.
We good?
Yep. Also,
I
don't
don't
forget,
Y'all
Words
work?
and stuff.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I haven't thought about that.
You're right, Logan. I don't know what I
What's
was
his name?
doing securing.
Hey,
Yeah.
Colleyville,
The
he's
guy
like,
that's not
oh,
just
Chelsea,
Gary.
I'm 26.
The guy goes on to do
You gotta do
like
the right, it's not
plays,
Chelsea, it's something different.
like true acting, and you're like,
I would not.
the
do
first
that.
thing I know it from is playing.
If you have water, might be a decent idea to
Where's
your
your
glass?
bathroom? Seeing people's bathrooms is hilarious.
And then we are going to move on to batch number 2.
I don't like bathroom scenes.
Nice,
Chris.
Nice, Chris. Don't worry, these are going to come back up again.
All right.
I don't know. You wash it
They
out.
do that drink.
much more than the other book.
Oh.
No.
All right, we're going to go to batch number 2. This one's called Apprentice Batch. This one is a little nod to Booker's cousin, Carl. Well, Coral kind of taught Booker's the ropes when he first got to the Beam Distillery as an apprentice, and this is just a little nod to that time. There at the this is back in like the 50s. There wasn't a title for a master distiller, but Carl would have been that if they did have that title. Carl and Booker were involved in the expansion. So if you know, there's a distillery in Claremont, and then there's one in Boston, Kentucky. When they opened they bought a distillery in Boston and used that for expanding their production. Booker, No, and Carl were the ones that helped get that thing up and running. So again, we got another 7+ year batch. This is the lowest proof out of all of them, but we're in a pretty thin margin. So
Do you color match?
The half a basis point.
Yes, you
Yeah,
did.
you missed that day.
yes,
Show up late.
the hex code of the.
Logan, I don't feel bad.
I pulled a lot of the information from the site and everything. They're like
Little paraphrase.
not paraphrasing.
I like it. Eyes up here.
Hey! We need to add a rating for like the best cork of the night.
That was a good one.
I think
Way better than the other one. That first one has let us down in so many ways.
I think Claire should vote that.
You want Caleb pouring you.
Can someone tell me what he's doing in that picture?
Sure.
He is apprenticing.
Is that
He's
what that
playing
was
the
like?
two. Looks like stills. It looks like. Who knows?
Oh yeah, those are the two out.
You know, that's where they make their big batches on those stills. That
You're
are,
like, wait, what?
they use those 20-gallon stills for, I don't know what they're doing.
That looks like the white dog
Board.
ones.
He's playing.
Oh, where they have the
They're like locked up.
like,
whatever.
where like taxman gets
Yeah.
his little.
That's what I was thinking they are.
But there's
You taste it, see if the heads, like the heads
Whoa,
and
whoa.
the tails. or whatever.
Okay, so you need to finish that sentence.
Make sure there's no flying.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
we're live right now.
Good
on
idea.
the internet.
No, he doesn't even know how to pour.
What's the alcohol called that's in the heads that you have to make
Oh,
sure
yeah.
you throw down the
I
drain?
used to do that because my brother.
Oh, basically, it's
Stop.
the methanol.
Give me a high five like that again.
It's more scary.
Gary.
Don't know.
No day G-nuts.
Dumb
Outside.
day outside.
I saw him out
What
back.
a smoker. Colin.
Exactly.
I feel you.
He's on the phone. I hear him talking.
Oh, you get to rate it? I have some questions.
Okay, I gotta do it.
I need a baseline.
Is it just gonna be that cutty hard to like?
Thank
So
you.
intimidating.
It's really cool.
Just gotta make sure that I'm not, oh, skirt.
Thank you. Ooh. Already better.
Very sweet.
This is the apprentice batch, right?
Whatever says on the screen.
Thank you.
And brief requests too.
Forgot the glasses. Okay.
We're only on two.
Are you saying my reports are redundant?
No, I'm saying his question was
You're
redundant.
just very
Yeah.
thorough.
All right.
Gary
I'm
needs a.
gonna call party foul. Nobody poured for me.
Yeah.
We're in here.
Well, but I am here. I just wasn't here.
Gary Douglas.
Chris, did you
Stop
have the
talking
pleasure of
shit.
any classes with Dane? He went to Bell too. You would have known because you would have hated it.
Who would know?
Logan just says that because he was
You don't know because you would hate it.
What was that?
They know that word.
Live stream.
Oh.
I'm not
You're like, not y'all. I just need to make sure that I gotta keep my my profanity on not recorded.
Well,
that's true.
I thought you were watching out for my
They
children.
just don't look that way and they don't know it's you.
They can't see you. It's fine.
If you face the camera's back there, if you face this way, you're okay.
Oh, so you were in class too.
Keys covered more than
I went to
yourself,
Central
guys.
Miss, so that's what was right my keys.
I didn't show up
Keys
for
covered
anybody else.
more than
I feel like I know all the people on
So I had two kids with her, and he was
I don't
a date
like
buddy.
that deep range of middle
Yeah.
school. They all think I'm
And,
Coach
Henderson? What age were you on? My age.
You guys know
Smells like
They
piss.
did. I was 07.
Oh, Marshall
so-
Okay,
Yeah.
so you were
You took over.
like
Oh, close to it.
Okay, yeah,
I played baseball, so it was like
But then,
close to
yeah,
it.
it was still go like me and
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm
Coach Ball,
moved to the
both
school
his
district.
boys,
So I got
all
everybody
there.
I know, but
we
like I
go
don't-
up there
yeah,
Thanksgiving
like,
break,
I'm the
finish
same
the
child
break,
there.
play,
Yeah.
fly football in the indoor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm up
Except
at
for
Bell.
splitting.
That's the thing about Central that sucked.
And
Is
now
like
it's funny,
I was trying
every
to-
all the people I played
best friend I
football with
graduated
went to
with,
Trinity
we
and then
graduated
won a
high
state
school
championship, and I was like,
now the
I would have.
assistant coach.
Yeah.
Coach Paul's still there.
I was glad I did. I was
The
glad
best
I
dog.
His
did
son is just
specifically go to Trinity.
So I was actually hanging out with him
I liked
probably
it.
2 weeks ago and I asked him, is your dad not
Of
ready?
course, I was like changed.
What's funny is
Yeah.
his dad was,
Dottie.
they just realigned the districts and put Bell in the suburbs baseball district.
Granted, they're all on steroids.
So he told,
Dottie.
Well, I mean,
told
we
Blake,
had all the
my
time.
friend, he's like, I wanted to retire, he's like, I'm not.
Well, I mean,
gonna
it's
retire.
still
steroids,
Yeah.
something, man. What are we calling it?
Coaching
Come on, man.
Well, at some
And
point,
he
you
had
have
to go
to
to the district.
yeah, at some point, just
Like,
being
tell her-
born at 400 pounds.
Yeah.
is-
I was punching a little bit.
This is what it's supposed to be like.
This
Not
is-
quite as like
Much
much like pepper.
It's not as punchy and that pepper cinnamon.
Did you know a?
Yeah. So at least the heat actually works on this one.
It actually
Yeah.
has a little bit of a Booker T
Tammy
line
Weaver.
profile.
Was a teacher at Fort Worth Christian.
Yes,
Finish up.
yeah, I was at yours.
That is my wife's
Better than the
aunt.
last one.
It actually has
Was
one.
it really?
It actually has a
I'm trying to
finish.
put a face to it. I know.
Yeah.
I can do it.
If you just let it sit in your mouth, you get more of that.
So yeah.
spicy.
Also, it's a
Go with
Still-
it.
Unlike the other
Still
one, it was
involved
just like,
Yeah.
is it there?
The alumni council.
This one has some
So I
burn
go
to
back
it.
there and my brother has young
Dottie.
kids, so they're in
Oh,
school
yeah.
there now.
The finish still isn't
Is,
there.
is her name
I'll
Dobby?
stick around for
Dottie.
as much as I can.
D-O-T-T.
I feel like the
So not because she looks like Dobby the house elf.
Dottie.
A mile down the road from here.
She hates, she hates men, so she
Still
will
around
come to
this
you.
area a lot.
Whoa.
Well, you got a chance.
Sorry. So
Ouch. That was so mean. Dottie girl.
Oh.
That's
I've
actually
been
quality.
sitting on that one for like
That's actually
6 days.
Dottie.
Maybe it's you that's the
Abby
problem.
were
It's probably
same major in college.
Now I have to Taylor Swift in my
It's my super
That's
split.
like our parents live.
actually the finish seems like really
So, like,
long.
during
There's just
breaks during
it's just
college.
not very
volleyball?
It's not
exciting.
intense.
It's like
Yeah.
not
candy
a
sugar.
Booker
Just know
T.
each other.
Yeah, it's there, but it's
It's
not like
warming you for
fun.
hours. It feels like
And then all
it's just.
What do you like doing most?
Every time I get around, like,
My wife is
Serving?
oh gotcha.
That little thing over
It's
there.
hanging out.
Yeah.
It's just hanging out.
It's the
I like ones that
Serving
are
time.
I like ones that like I feel like.
if you give it that Kentucky chew, it tastes
Oh, it's
a lot like Booker.
Yeah.
It
I bet a couple drips of water.
See, I'll play this one of,
It's good for
Claire.
We had a church camp at Mary Hardin Baylor and ended up.
Can you get my phone?
We were the church group.
Please?
That was the reason that Mary Hardin Baylor.
Can you
What's
get
your
my
phone?
phone?
Let's try it. I'm actually gonna try
We'll
it.
see you at Central and Denzel.
He said he was there with the church.
Central is
out.
Nope.
And then my brother went to school. There used to be like student life church camp every year at Mary Hardin Baylor.
exactly.
And then like our
Ryan, have you put water in this one yet? Did you find water in this one yet? I was gonna say, it was way better without it. No, I just wanted to see if I could get the finish to last. Yeah, I don't want to put it in.
Every night you have cheer. And then it was like a lot of things. At least the ones who got friends were
He's over there in his so a lot of missionaries over there converting and so it's like it's 2 for 1 deal. Like we need you out of the airport and here's our church.
We keep them in the closet.
Just like we have overwhelmingly biggest concentration on
Right.
There's a question on
My score's not gonna reflect it after I get it.
You want me to delete your score and try again?
I would kinda, yeah, I feel bad. I'm like,
Write down hard.
I really like it.
got to know a lot of them and they're a very
He's no quitter.
interesting,
Yeah, cold North Carolina, that house never
very family,
That's like our
big
home
family base.
right?
Everyone
That's-
just
yeah,
gets in.
it's-
Hey, I can't do like 6.5 or anything.
Straight in.
That was our
No, you
first
cannot.
step.
Like they're your enemy until they're not, and then they would like
One bite, I would think.
like
Pro
once they
baby's
know
gotta have
you
that
trust you
yeah,
and
that was
you're in
the
their
longest home.
circle, like
And that's where all 5 of y'all.
I had the
Yeah.
the lucky thing of like
Shady Oaks.
just being
Yeah,
good
we
at
went to
sports.
Shady Oaks together.
And so pretty much kindergarten.
Brian.
Like I was immediately.
Yeah.
There you go.
I have another question.
Refresh and try again.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought they typically make
That's
4
good.
every year.
I'm in the trenches.
Yes.
Seems like you had 4 last time.
Yeah, they in 2015 and 16 they did 6, and since 2017 it's been 4.
So I was.
Never 5.
Never 5.
All right.
That was good, sorry.
One time it was 3.
There was a 3.
What year
Right.
was that?
They scrapped
Right.
the
Yeah, they had one batch that turned out so bad. I think it was 20.
Was it
Not
what
19.
year?
when I graduated,
Yeah.
my senior
That might
year,
have been what it was.
Trinity
I
High
was
School
looking it
back.
up.
like the last batch.
Oh, no, I didn't refresh.
Horrible.
Hunter finishes and he goes, I don't think my score's right. So I believe it's submission. Let's put it in.
And I played against them all.
No, you're good. I haven't refreshed it. I don't even submit it mine yet. I don't think.
I was sitting in my
my
Christmas.
senior year.
What?
Was it like Christmas?
No, it wasn't like-
Like a fourth and third short situation, and they ran just a
I said
lead
it smelled like
in a haystack, and we hit, and just both just fell over, and then everybody called up on top of us. And we're laying on the bottom.
But there's, Brian,
I used to live and we're on the bottom.
wasn't
And our
like
base
when that wasn't counted.
No, it was an extra one. There was 5. There was 5 in that year,
It wasn't like a normal.
but that wasn't one of them. There was 4 like this. And then
Is that the same with Rye?
same thing. Rye is 2016 LE. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, in an LE. So when I say like they did 6 batches, it's still fair to say like, yeah. Because like they even had
Something voodoo about it.
what year was the 30th? It was 21. 2016 was Rye. Anyone got any thing they want to share before we look at the scores, or should I do the scores first?
Matt's got feelings.
Way more peppery.
I don't care for it.
It sucks less.
Took my room.
It does suck less. So I like it. The finish was better. It lingered a little longer. I got a weird little like hints of iced tea.
I can buy into that. Yeah.
Right, like right at the front.
We should try this
like
against
not sugared iced tea.
I think it's that maple whiskey. That sounds like go and try it again.
Gary, after we're done, try this one and that one next to each other. This is the 03 from last year or 2022. It's the Kentucky tea batch. That tastes
definitely
actually it has like
Now we're in the fan.
Oh, yep.
What do you stir it with?
Thank you.
Damn.
So far, they should have dumped these in the river.
That is not a fan.
I thought either one was like
I was so jealous.
bad whiskey. It just wasn't
better than this.
No, it can be better. I just
We know it's better.
Yeah.
We started with JTS Prime.
It just
And I
didn't
was like,
work.
yeah, it's pretty good. I'd rather have. And then we have Booker's like piss on this, you know.
so Matt dipping in the 20s again. Connor, big fan over there.
I don't know why I like.
He likes party.
That was good.
Great party.
This I mean 66 for me is like it's pretty decent actually for Booker's. Because I've tried some like absolute phenomenal ones. I'm real careful not to let anything else get too close to it. Or like an other budget. Yeah.
Don't worry. Yeah, you fill this form out for a big man.
Yeah.
What do you get?
I'd have to expand the visual a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like well over 100.
Big Man's
We've had some batches recently that were mid 80s. But like, if I don't know, if it's 65, 75, I'll say with it. It's fine. The problem is, these used to be $55 or $60. And now it's like $110.
Yeah, I'm gonna say everybody got like, is this an okay price?
I mean, if we didn't have
It's
the
not worth it anymore.
if we didn't have the pageantry and stuff around it, you know,
I feel like I can.
it's 100% worth it to have it tonight.
Yes.
It's not worth it for me to just sit by myself and drink it.
But you're not gonna go out and start shooting bottles like you do.
The other problem is the prices on us so much on these. That also is a factor of how suckage level.
It can't suck. It can't just be average.
No, it needs to be
Yeah.
better.
You can't. Everyone should be amazing at that. And it's just nice to see you guys are wrong.
Yeah, like it used to be. There are so many other good
You
ways.
got more of the carpet than
There's
that little breathing spout and poured out of that instead of good.
He's
alive.
I'm the 8th discovering a hammer for the first time.
You see a space odyssey?
Yeah.
There's one more. And they
Who else? Whose score went up for this one? Who rated higher? Did anybody rate this one lower? Really? This was lower than the first one.
Shut up, Logan.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What
I know.
did this? Was your Booker's profile score higher on this one?
Yes.
But everything else was lower.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It was higher.
This was more like Booker's, but
I like sweeter and less.
I hear my name and I'm trying to.
No, I was from when Jordan asked you to let the dogs out.
What was the Booker's profile on the other one?
different spaces.
That's before we met.
So we were 4.3 on profile on the last one, 5.7. It was a massive difference for me. Like the profile.
Go there and you can have whatever you want as long as it's a beer bottle.
Nothing that.
Matt, anything from your peanut gallery over there?
They changed their bottle. They changed their
Oh.
no, that counts.
That's embarrassing. That's in the wrong order.
Yeah.
You know the order?
We were lucky to get it.
What a loser.
Do all that work just to put up at the end.
They were up there 26.
Middle mistakes, Bryan. Middle mistakes.
It's because I didn't have anyone test my reviews for me. You know, I
So
I had to spend that
kind
time.
of stuff comes in.
Got that entire text thread with like 8 people in there.
Do the live version of the front end. Hold it down.
Hey Matt, any of your viewers try these? They got any comments?
Spoilers. It's under something else. It's like
Yeah, I only want comments up through 2302.
it was like a 7-part series. It's about how
Hey, shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
You asked, I answered. Ooh, it's
But you gotta find those
same thing.
Cyan or something.
Yeah.
Your single reserve and your one.
Seafoam.
So this,
No, I think
so we'll go to batch number 3. The story on this one was like kind of cheesy to me, but I guess Mighty Fine was something that only Booker's ever said in his entire life. Like nobody's ever heard this phrase before. But I guess when he liked something, he'd say it was Mighty Fine. If he try a batch of whiskey with other whiskey people, he'd say Mighty Fine is a damn good batch. That's apparently how everyone knew that he liked it. Like they can read code words or something. Nobody would have known that that's what it means. And, whatever. We don't have to know like nostalgia behind this.
Can you read it for me? I can't see it.
I was sitting there, I was going to increase the font size. And I was like, no, that's an 85
Can
inch
you read it
TV.
for me? I can't read it.
What font is that?
Cambria Math, 12 point.
No, ma'am. You don't eat lids. No, ma'am.
he's looking at
She
you.
was like, maybe you
You're
don't.
about to get uninvited.
She's
About to get kicked out of
she
your own
said,
house.
Oh no!
I don't care.
Hey! Hey, the corks are getting progressively better.
That one was so
Where's
fun.
the cork score? That's definitely going
You need to add
We need to add that next
We
year.
gotta go to
Cork pop.
Dane Michelotto. We gotta put that on the list.
I would venture to guess they get better as the night goes on.
Everything does.
I can't pull them straight. I don't
I'm
know.
hot enough as is. I don't need your.
You smell like Stogies.
Oh,
no,
thank you. Yeah.
Last pour it in the mouth.
I was already taking. Came out warm.
What in the mouth hole?
Pour straight in.
What is
Yeah,
the what is the
it's
color of this butcher? Like pour it gently or?
That is a like sea green.
Well, it says the color of this
Seafoam.
butcher.
Seafoam.
There you go. That's good.
It says it invites you to read. What's the second paragraph? I can't really read that.
Oh, the vanilla and brown sugar sweet notes come through very well from the white oak barrels.
Okay.
It's hard to stop.
What?
when
Appreciate it.
like,
Have you done any assessments of the fifth floor warehouse 3?
No,
of what
because
that's
what
like?
this database is for.
I get super invested in.
You have to have the data to do that.
I guess
That's what this is for.
So I get really in.
palate.
I get really into
we're
all the
working on it.
analytics. But the problem is I only get really into the analytics once a year. About 3
I
hours
think I
before
cursed
Butcher's
at you
Night.
in the secret.
He's talking to you and you're looking at me. It's so
You yelled
weird.
at me.
You asked him a question and you're not even listening to the answer. Golly.
This is why we waited for Dane to show up. Oh,
That's right.
Dottie.
Lick it off the floor.
Hey, I was low.
Maybe Dottie will chill the I got it. There's some bookers.
Oh, you're on
She's
to
just-
something.
Just pour a little.
Just drug your dog.
Just pour a little in the water bowl.
Yeah.
So it's
Hey,
a little
buddy.
bit so-
Sounds like what they used to do in our bottles. Like when we were kids, my mom said they put a little.
Put a little whiskey in there with the tea.
Is that like a normal thing or not? Or when your mom has
They just take it and rub it
When
on
you're
your gums.
teething.
Okay,
Rub it on your
I'll
gums.
give you an actual pour.
I think it's one of those things you do at first, and then you're like, oh, let's just keep on giving him. It goes and
He's pouring the top of that.
Hey, give me the vanilla.
Now I know I have problems.
You know that restaurant is honestly you can pee out there.
I'm perfectly fine.
My
taking
mom
her
was,
there.
mom, when I'm with her, we go to church every
No,
day,
he
and
said
when
he
I go to my
ain't.
dad, she has a problem.
Who's your reference? Like that sick booty rap shit.
Oh, Beyonce.
Macaroni is
I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. I was like, is
Doing some stuff dirty over there.
But I wouldn't call Beyonce a rap
I wish
chick.
that were.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I had
What would you call her?
Yeah,
She's
no,
country
she's
singer
good at
now.
country.
Alex
Yeah.
is-
Have you heard the country song?
No,
You
shut
can't
up.
go sing. You
cannot
country,
be
bro.
serious.
You know who is good at this country? Gosh, T-Pain. T-Pain's literally written country songs. He's written country songs and he doesn't have his name on them. T-Pain. Legit. Like his intro for Twitch is he can actually sing, even though he auto-tunes all this stuff. You hear him sing, you're like, this dude actually legit can
He
sing.
doesn't auto-tune anymore.
Go to his Tiny
He does
Desk
it.
concert, please.
Who?
Oh yeah.
We will.
My wife was trying to go to his concert and Deep Ellum and they canceled it because
We will play T-Pain once the stream ends and we'll get copyright.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
It's like I heard a lot of people
Straight
say,
up. Yeah, right now I know how well we sing, so we're okay.
yeah, he's always kind of weird at that. Well, I know that, but I'm saying he's always trying to like bring up a guitar in his shows and
Seems
stuff.
like a guy that would
Yeah.
like New Orleans.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
This one, I like
Yeah.
that.
It's not that hard. Like, you just have to sing.
Alaska, I
Like, you
love
have
it.
to actually,
Yes.
like,
Those might be a little weak,
Yeah,
but
Alex-
Hal's got all the pelvic
I
thrust.
haven't gone there yet.
So how strong is that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the real question.
I'm on YouTube. Yay, Bryan.
The nose for the last one was all the things that I wanted.
Yeah.
It was better than this one. This nose feels weak to me.
As long as you stay authentic to
Yes.
yourself.
Yesterday.
The only thing I would give it is like,
Yeah, if he's
it's
funny,
maybe not as
yeah,
intense
he's trying to
one,
be
but
cool
it's
and
good.
stuff.
I smelt it.
You can actually smell things.
Take yourself too seriously.
No.
You ever heard of Kill Tony?
Hey,
Yeah,
look,
it's like a
the dog's in here.
it's like a roast show, like comedy
Very
show.
funny.
The other day it was
Conversation.
this
Daddy.
really weird
Yeah,
guy.
they can.
This,
Daddy girl.
this guy before him actually was.
Hey, bitch, you're having a moment.
Cool.
She's
It's like,
fine. Daddy girl.
It's
Yeah,
comedy
yeah.
is
You
not
had your moment.
funny if
Oh,
you
look.
try to be cool.
Yeah, you go.
Daddy girl.
Or almost you to like.
Nobody make any sudden moves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone shut up and watch the
Twitch.
dog.
Oh my
She came to me like that earlier.
Shut up.
She didn't know it was a guy's finger.
No
on
one
the
wants
other
you
end of
here.
the
Quit bragging over there.
She won't drink the bourbon though. I put bourbon on my finger.
She's not dependent.
Oh, I thought that was
she's not dependent on
You're
water.
gone. Maybe she's not a party. We
If
can
you
try
cover your
beer.
Dark, huh?
Dog's like, Daddy girl.
Oh, she's a beer girl now. Now she's going back to
She
the
wants you to mix a little water. A little water.
Each their own, okay? Daddy, drink what you want. Daddy girl.
As long as it's whiskey.
My cat buries whiskey in this, so.
That's right.
She just basically getting drunk there.
I'll own this.
That's called bestiality.
You are.
It's a criminal.
You're a sick
Yeah.
She's two. She's an Australian.
Only thing I'd be able to taste is like a
She's
I like. I
a
can't tell if
peat
it's like
monster.
really
She's
old and
a-
smart or like a
that's
really
the only
young.
way.
Well, she's got like a lot of skin here,
From
which
Whiskey
makes her seem kind of old.
I've never seen that
I
type.
know.
Yeah,
She's working like when she pretty awesome.
I like the smell better, but
Oh shit, she's impressively athletic for that. Like her build looks like she would just be kind of.
That girl
She's
can
jump.
Brian, he wanted to join.
I didn't drink it.
but
Like,
figured
I
I'd-
just on my palate.
Daddy girl.
Why didn't you come here?
Oh, Daddy. Hold on.
How do you feel? Like this one?
What's that carpet over
No, the hills is
Oh, it's
where.
I like your eye roll.
That's a lot of words to say.
Growing up,
I'm a
like,
bitch.
there's stuff
Like actually
Daddy,
knowing it off the top of my head.
I
But I
think
reinforce to myself is
It's basically. Yeah, but hey, I'll have plenty of left in the bottles. We can run it back later.
Like,
man.
I feel like I'm gonna-
I'll put Alan back on.
It doesn't matter.
Sometimes when I'm not good on it.
First that under 1, 2, 3. Oh, by the way,
Brian and-
I bought my wife a car.
Brian,
We got a 2019 Civic side.
They had a
It has like 30,000 miles on it.
Got it.
Oh, for that was-
It looks like a building
Poker Maniac.
Daddy.
Hey,
Yeah, it's like a child, yeah.
That one was.
Abby was thinking what's the name?
Remember Andrew Dawkins?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Good, buddy.
See, I name our
What a boring
Nobody else.
video.
Nobody else.
Hey, Connor, did you get that at
All my cats are
Grandma's?
here.
He's like,
Yeah.
my dog.
I didn't know. I didn't know it was like
Santa Claus, you guys.
Oh, that knows
What's your name?
Bill Bobby.
Okay. Loki.
Dog
You-
I don't think I'm as pessimistic about it.
Did you name?
It's
Did you
super
name
complex.
her him after?
You
Or
reset it.
no?
I knew it.
I catch myself. No, I got it right.
I think
Dang,
it's
can we put this in the app? Airtable app? Like, we get everybody to download the Airtable app and do this, or do we have to go
What
to
do
the
you
link?
mean?
Like, do we have to go to the link to do this?
To do the form?
Yeah. For people to fill it out.
Why would you
All
want
the
it?
channels are pretty hyper,
Yeah.
from what I remember.
Ours is very
So that we can go back and see
I'm just
our own
asking.
information.
Japan.
No, well, the thing is, anyone can have view access to the tables.
Yeah.
That's fine. You can have unlimited people have view access. If they share the link with them, they download the app, they can see it. They can see all of like who's sold. But I don't know why you would want people to have the app to fill out the form. Because that's kind of the nice thing about the form is that it makes it accessible. Like there's not this requirement to go download this thing, dude. That's why I was like, what are you getting from doing that you're not getting right now? Other than, I guess your point of like maybe it knows who they are and so you don't have to select your
This
name.
also doesn't drink like it's
But
It would seem like we could tie it all together to where, like, if somebody, we could create some basic visuals in Airtable, and someone could go revisit it through the app. Like, if you set up, if you had a profile on Airtable, and then I added those users to the form, then you would just open your app, you would see the form that you have access to, and then you would see the visuals that you have access to at the same time. I don't know for sure. I haven't thought of it.
So they're skirting the line between like professional use of it versus just like free use of it. Where I think there's a lot of limitations on like limited privileges for certain people to do things. Read, write, edit, or you have like create or edit and view access. I have, unless they change, I don't think you have like you're allowed to see this. I can edit your permissions individually. Or set up user profiles. I don't think you can do that. Maybe you can now, but
today
if I was gonna go do something like that, I would honestly just set up my own website and then have like an app that Airtable is just the easy way because it has those.
I need more practice. You need work. You need work.
Do you love her?
It's a much longer conversation.
And I just like watching
there's a whole thing going on. When I was doing this,
all right. Anybody else need to put their review in? Or are we good? That's all right. No rush. No rush.
Come on, Jess.
Anyone got anything? Any comments they want to drop in? Not a
This
fan.
one sucks.
Interesting.
The most it sucks less than the last one.
I think so.
Yeah, I
like
agree with
this
him.
the best.
This,
I like the past one
It's better.
the best as far
I
as
think profile wise is the most Booker's
second
had so far. But as far as
It smells like
I like this
Rest.
It does smell
Oh no, this one, the rest of them don't smell like
I thought it was like it's creamier than I'm used to from Booker's. Creamier than I'm used to from Booker's. I'm not saying the whole whiskey profile, but for Booker's,
It doesn't have the punch.
Yeah, right.
no.
No,
There's like
yeah. I drink anything.
what is Sarah? I agree with
I
that.
just
It almost hit at the end.
It doesn't have the punch.
she said, it doesn't have the punch.
True.
It doesn't have the punch.
Exactly.
See,
Like,
I felt the exact opposite. I felt like the heat. I felt it was like the string. It didn't add anything.
Trust me, I'm never wrong. Look at my
Sure.
I'm sad.
I got another bottle.
And little
Month ago.
crazy crap.
How?
Dude, I got 7 stars.
How?
Yeah, right.
How do you feel?
How do I feel
How do
about
you feel?
I said it's not
We good?
So Matt's going to
It's like less than-
So Matt's on a steady climb up to 30.
Matt's on a 30.
Hey, that's 32.
I'm more than him.
That's got to be the lowest composite, right?
Well, let's see. So, let's review. We got
Yeah, I got it.
I'll take this.
58,
No.
62, 56. It is the lowest composite.
The second one
I'm
was
not
actually.
we need to fix the y-axis scale because
Yeah.
60s make it look like this thing's popping
Is
off.
everybody
agree.
up there, or is that how?
I agree. It should always stop at 100. I don't know why it's on a. I don't know why it's
Oh,
a.
yours not up there.
Is everything
No, everybody should definitely just make this.
a lot.
Brian,
I go around.
refresh again.
Not the barrel.
Brian.
Oh, that's why. I
I
didn't.
want it.
I'm thinking about
You have
changing
two
my
axes?
swing. It's the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah.
It's the worst feeling.
Oh yeah, dude.
You also did.
I don't know.
It'll tell you right here. It'll tell you right here.
I don't remember how
Is
I
that
just said
everybody
it.
up there?
Does that matter?
Brian,
Yeah.
refresh again.
You're missing one?
You're missing one.
I don't know. It may need.
I just want.
You wanna switch?
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who are
It's
we
not up.
Who are we missing?
It's all good. It's all good.
Two of them.
Let me see what I got you over
Did you
here.
check in the right?
Sick, right?
Did you check in with your name?
Okay, let me make sure. I'll do it again.
Thanks.
No, he'll edit it. Because if you do it again, he'll just submit a second.
No, but I don't have them over here for 2023.
You don't have it.
That's why I needed
You
it.
know, I've been massaging her
Check the database.
I didn't realize it was that big.
I know, it's kind of in my hand, I didn't realize that I did.
Sort my name, sort my
I
bad.
can't answer that for you.
There you go.
Oh, it's my turn. I thought you were saying it's my turn.
Okay,
I bet.
What? It's not worth
Yeah.
magnitude.
Like, he
So I'm
forgets how
thinking,
to
I
do it.
was thinking, not remembering that I had to buy it.
Yeah.
Well, that makes
I don't have a 2020. I don't have an 03 from you yet.
Angles of range 10.
Maybe. But like that's already on the market. I literally have.
Submit it again.
Oh,
yeah.
It's not a big deal. I'm not mad at
Do
that.
you want to do a scotch or you want to do?
Hey,
Are you
Brian.
opening up to all?
We got a guy in the chat that has ordered the CO85 12 year or something.
7-year 500 barrel 05.
Barrel No 5, and he's sending it here for us to do next winter time. That is awesome.
That would be amazing.
That's right, Peter. Send it from Canada to us so we can try it.
Send it from Canada. What's the exchange rate?
You just gotta tell him whatever
Here comes Chris. Bam.
I'm winning.
I'm winning.
The highest composite speed. I'm winning.
Good job, Alan.
Only by a little bit though.
Hey, you take the win.
Win's a win, right?
Alan, you win a custom spreadsheet.
Somebody's here.
Can't wait.
Can you
How
get the
does that work?
Watch the dog! Watch the dog!
It's like,
If you find the magic cell,
She's a runner.
Dirt sucks.
Who expects it?
It's Froze.
Oh, Froze.
We know the
And you don't.
How'd I put him on here?
She will run, gang!
Dirt 41, 47, 48.
The kids got her.
Matt, how to spell the name?
F-E-R-O-Z.
And what's the last name?
Okay.
H-A-S-O-T. What's up, dude?
The last week is here.
There he is. Come on, Froze.
What's up, my friend?
How's it going, guys?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
I said for Rose in the house.
Actually, mine's right here.
Oh no, he's gonna do that.
Do you want,
That's why he's
do you
gonna
want to
catch up.
drink what we're drinking right
No,
now?
we need to. I think he needs to take the last 3. Get caught up.
Triple fisted.
I'll later him.
Hey,
Get
we shared what Brian's poured at the end of the night where you mix all of them.
Yes.
Oh,
That's actually the best.
It will be. You're not.
Matt, can you send him the link?
Yeah,
For
so
review?
I'll send you the link. So you can rate them all. That makes it fancy.
Oh, man. So, as the groups coalesce.
Just so you know, if anyone knocks at the door and I ask, are you here for the thing, and they say yes, I'm just letting them in.
Yeah, sweet.
Here for the game.
I mean, you know.
The thing.
Sure.
This old school.
No one
You guys
knows
are like
what
300.
All right, are we ready to go on to batch 4?
So, if I don't know what's coming over, you're not doing it.
What did you think of that one, boss?
We open the garage door.
It was.
That's what we said. Come in.
It was like a. It was a pretty good Booker. It tasted like Booker's. The nose was a little light, and it had good heat, good punch, but it didn't have enough. Pretty good. It didn't have enough like baking spice and black pepper and peanut. I wanted those 3 things to show up, and it was like barely those. This one. Third one, yeah.
This was my least favorite so far.
The best whiskey might have been the first one, but the best Booker's might have been the third one.
Now, hey, I would agree with that. Like, if you said Booker's profile, I rated this one the highest. But this is my least favorite so far.
I rated the second one.
I could buy into either one of those.
I
I could live with either one of those. Like second or third, first. I'm pretty close.
The third shell is thinner, despite the first page. Do you know how to keep your chair leaning all the way back, or is it broke?
I think the don't flip it, but pull it out. I think.
Are we gonna have something
Usually push
funny
it
if
into.
Keep that one. I'm good. Go ahead.
That's
Carry
right.
on. Carry on. Carry on.
There's a toggle.
Got it. Don't have it. It's cool. Go ahead, man.
Maybe push it
Chair.
Gonna pause the group.
Yeah. You didn't need anything other than like, hey.
Froze, that's 2023-03 in your glass. So when you fill it out,
I'm fine. Hey. Okay. Thank you. Tell us.
Yes.
Stop.
I'm glad I was why you left the chair. That was helpful.
Stop.
so the 4th batch of the night is always kind of bittersweet. It does signify the last batch that we're going to try for the actual Booker's Night part of the night. That's the bitter part.
That's an ugly color.
It is. So she's
It's mustard yellow.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I'm sorry.
But
The other one was
Orange.
But the last batch is the only thing standing between us and some more fun activities. We got some more fun whiskeys to try and everything.
Turn on
But-
the OnlyFans stream.
We're going to.
That's a different place.
That's a whole different
You
night.
set up your account then?
This one's called a story.
They pay me money to keep them clothes on.
Yeah, Matt starts the stream naked and slowly puts on clothes throughout.
It lasts like 2.5 minutes.
It's like, ooh, you want to go ahead and put some pants on? Got a $50 donation to put my shirt back on.
I would pay to see Madison Pasties.
Went under the couch. You like
You never know what's going to happen at the house.
Booker's Night definitely gets funnier by the 4th batch. Anyway, this is the storyteller match. This is where you can tell they're running out of things to name. Anyway, Booker apparently a renowned storyteller in the whiskey industry, I guess. He would go around with bean products and pick his Booker's bourbon and like little trade shows and share samples and stuff. And he would tell the story about where Booker's came from and all this. And apparently everybody was so amazed that they thought that Jim Beam had hired an actor to go promote the stuff. And they're like, no, that's actually Booker himself. And everyone's like, oh, because he was such a good storyteller. Anyway,
This is also the highest proof.
yeah, I'm trying to be storyteller batch 2 by telling that terrible story in an entertaining way. Hopefully it worked.
You owned it. You owned it, man.
To lean into it a little bit. We will see
What
if
is it with you and Macy's tonight?
the trend continues.
Really need to go to a strip club real bad.
Hey! It's right on line with 3 and 4. 3 and 4.
Better than 2.
Hey, Brian.
3 and 4 1 and 1 3 out. And then 2 was
So this is also the highest proof.
It's the highest proof one, and it is the oldest one as well. Now we're talking days, we're within a month, but yeah.
They're all like,
They're all about the same.
don't worry about
Every single one.
You double blood sugar.
Every
Sure, maybe.
You don't have to be eye level to pour it.
I'm the worst.
Maybe it works for
If
her.
you knew me.
I don't know what we're talking about, but I promise I'm the worst.
There's no
Okay, you wanna give me
pouring.
some?
Thank you.
I can't
Here, I
wait
can
for
do
you.
It's like a bartender.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Bartender.
I got to go back here.
Make sure Darius is.
Yeah, I just want
Okay.
special treatment.
We don't want to be missed.
Yeah.
I'll get my review ready.
I didn't want you to. Sorry.
Oh, you can.
I can look up some stuff.
They would be very
You don't
nice.
get stuff, sorry.
Is
it 10 o'clock yet? Yeah, let me look it up. I'm drunk.
Jump right over here, man.
Yeah, no, he's coming around. You gotta pour it for him.
So you got poured.
I
got poured. You gotta wait. No, we figured out. You poured for him. Pour for
Hey,
him.
don't worry, Connor, I'm including
Screw
your
it.
wife.
Do all the
Taking a
things.
lot of
No,
pictures.
you missed the rules. The only rule we have is you can't pour your own.
Okay.
So I got a little bit weird.
Like that, way better.
Hey, that's
Uh-oh.
some positive
We
thing.
might have our 80.
No, don't go that high. Maybe 50.
I said it's a feast for family guy over there.
I was like,
Definitely.
This actually has something on the nose.
For sure.
I'm trying to reset my palate and smell it out.
you got a musty peanut shell on the nose.
Over there.
Once you see it, you get added to the list.
How many friends are around?
We're gonna change it from stars to pelvic thrusts. As far as I give this 8 pelvic thrusts.
I like how this is
For some
progressing.
reason, Logan.
Stronger now.
He's the one.
No.
Oh.
He's seen a lot of people's bubbles.
Good morning.
I just heard a sentence out of context.
No, you didn't.
All I heard was
And I'm curious.
No, I knew.
Pretty sure there's only one context. I don't know how there
Shown a lot of
could be any other
It's
context.
different than seen a lot.
You can see it on camera.
More people have seen
Logan,
yours than
it
you've
started with
seen.
tattoos, and then that's where it went.
Yeah, that's it.
Naturally.
He said,
This one's got
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Yeah.
More
Hey, watch it.
Rose, you got the link, right?
His
Yes,
pants
I
are already in
have
the
a
same
tattoo.
I'll catch you up on the other 2 matches after that one.
I have a commercial on. She lose?
Yeah, second round choke.
Oh, almost.
It's not usually where my conversations.
I mean, she's old.
But this girl's up.
Well, he said, and all of
And
my
all of them
friends
like
are around
washed.
it. And I said, well, how many
It's like
friends
Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson.
Hey, bro. She beat Ronda. Yeah, she beat Ronda.
Yeah,
You don't have to
700
raise
years
it.
ago.
Yeah, true.
Imagine
She knew how to punch.
Oh, it's gotta be awful. For
She was a
everyone
dog
involved
for a
in the
while.
process.
She's respected. Dude, she's.
Yeah.
I think
Hey,
she's
how are you
2 years old.
Hey, I saw Gaethje's back.
How old is Holly Holm?
They're out
She's
there.
42. Getting a tattoo.
I'm sure they're
like,
out
a
there.
mile long.
No, tattoo artists will drink me for the money.
Hey, isn't she your
But it's
your
fine.
wife?
That's his
I don't know
friend.
how to do a gentle touch.
She's like, all the last of them.
Hey. Yeah, you don't want to be a
Let's do it.
We're gonna go buy a bunch of this.
I'm about to trade all those free items for one of those.
Take another shot of Jaeger. It's gonna be all right.
2. I'm like,
Sorry, I haven't even.
I do like
done
her.
anything.
wonder how
Too
long
much.
that
Wait,
took.
what? Too much.
Spicy
already.
Wait, what?
It's spicy on the nose.
Yeah.
It is.
That was
This
it.
is
Hurt my eyes.
this is what
Actually,
I'm not saying it's the best one. This is what
It's closer.
This is
It's
way better.
closer.
This is
not even
This
close.
is really
I would
yeah.
think
Now, whether
it's
hookers
closer.
I mean, I think this is
big
One of the closer ones we
Brian,
had.
Yeah.
just to let you know.
I'm not gonna say it's like the greatest
I
one
did
ever.
drink half of all this
Story
story this year because it was delicious.
So you already knew what you were expecting, right?
You already
I just at least confirmed that it was not wrong.
All right,
I mean,
You already had this one?
yeah, my dad got it for Christmas, so we're gonna have that
All right, already
the whole day for Christmas. So
It's a good Christmas present.
Mouthful of cinnamon on that one.
I think it's gone now, but that's okay. It was good.
Allspice.
Cinnamon.
I actually got a little bit.
That
I actually got a little bit of the on the nose.
salad.
It's all lowercase. Go Mavs
This
go.
one sits on. It doesn't your ideal beer. Like this is definitely better than the last one.
Yeah.
This one has this
It's
finish, but
good.
it's I don't eat very many beer when I taste it. That's the thing I just think. All the
I'm gonna
things
take
in
that.
there.
It's stronger on the
So if
inside.
it is Tennessee.
I got you. The last one I actually.
So when they
When
blend
they
it,
said-
they don't enter the whole barrel.
See, I did just-
My answer is not me.
Speed or whatever I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it better because I like it.
That's
That's why Brian said the first one's
know what I think about it. So
Where does this one rank?
Is that locked to you?
Highest.
No,
What's weird
It's
is
very small.
to me the last one was the most like stringent.
Like I
This
said,
is higher
Last
fruit,
one was
Too woody.
This
but it just
And so they
like
made it available to.
this one makes
I can tell you how
last
that
one
shit
felt
goes.
like
Solid
because that's what I felt. All of these have missed. They missed
Nothing
out.
too exciting.
And this still doesn't
Ooh,
have
I
a lot of
would-
nitrogen.
Now you are over there.
my
I
favorite
got some
so
pipe
far.
tobacco
By
too.
Yeah. I would say it's.
Oh,
The only thing is.
I'm gonna go to
this is my favorite so far.
Like every.
Yeah,
on the
it's-
nose is-
It's like, uh,
It's like alcohol. Oh, I know.
Cool.
But that's also because it's the fourth one.
Yeah,
I didn't
on this
know
one. Now, what's hard is, how do I make sure I don't overreact to? Yeah, I gotta give this like an 11.
Yeah, because it's still got to get rated against everything else in the database.
Yeah.
Boston baked beans.
Here.
So,
Sandy,
Boston
Boston
baked
baked
beans.
beans.
That like sugar coating on the
That
beans.
was very particular. I like it.
I like
So it might be kind of
I like
a,
that.
for
Yeah.
those that haven't heard
I want to try that
the
against the single barrel.
story or like the bit, but when I first got into bourbon, Booker's was one of the first ones that was like my really good or premium bourbons, and I just absolutely loved it. And we could tell another story about the now $450 Big Man Small Batch that we killed in a. But anyway,
That hurts.
it's like Booker's was one of like the first premium bourbons that I had that I really liked, and I associated bourbon with that taste. And if you've tried all these bourbons tend to be way on the other side, very sweet, very vanilla, very creamy,
caramel.
like that sort of thing. And Booker's, it still technically kind of has those, but it's spicy. It's got
Spicy,
black pepper,
pepper,
the peanut shell, like that sort of thing.
It's a bourbon that wants to be a rye.
And it took me a while to like
It's
drink
aggressive.
bourbons and try to figure out like how is this considered the same thing as this. So when I drink Booker's, I'm always searching for like the non-traditional bourbon flavor going down that spicy side.
Boogers.
Boogers,
Boogers.
boogers bourbon.
This one's terrible, by the way.
Your face is terrible, by the way.
Where's the bottle?
I'll make you drink that swivel.
It's so bad.
I think it's
Just put it over
over
here.
You have to leave.
I'll make sure.
Let me get off of drinking any more of it.
We'll pour it out.
I'll take care of it.
So Manhattan?
Alan, you may have set a new record. Getting kicked out. It's not even 8 o'clock yet.
They'll make you walk home.
Yeah, what time is it? 7:52. We got.
Don't worry.
We got an hour to UFC. We got
You'll
plenty of
pick me
time.
up. Come pick me up.
Hey, you know I'll pick you up. I literally did.
That's what I'm saying.
On the side of stars.
You can kick me out.
That's not a start. Didn't even get him out to roast.
We were driving out stars. He was walking here on Thanksgiving Day, and we were driving. I was like, "Is that Alan?" And I turned around. I was like, "Dude, what are you doing? Hop in."
Why
Oh, he's got groceries and
No.
all kinds of crap walking here.
Well, apparently Gary kicked me out already. So.
You gotta start my walk. What's the context?
He was coming here on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, how fun.
It's probably about a mile and a half.
Closer than you, man?
Maybe 2 miles.
2 miles is not too late.
It's not terrible, but like
closer.
it's
Literally,
literally
I thought it was like a couple of roads down.
No. It's past.
I know.
Oh,
I've ridden my bike over here.
That was not fun.
It's not horribly far, but I'm still not gonna walk.
It's not great with occasional.
I live on the other side of the road. Saying Thanksgiving makes me miss Thanksgiving.
There's a few that are one as well.
Hey, if you want to turn the air down in there, you should.
I mean, they start building a lot.
Brian will know.
Oh, yes. Good job. Now I'm really.
Brian, run the scores. Let's see.
All right, let me
This one should be interesting.
All right, so who rated this one the highest out of all of them?
In what profile?
2 hands.
I don't really.
Just overall, if
2
you,
hands.
I think
take your shirt off. It is warm in here. I understand. My bad.
Listen, I have to fight to hit 74.
Who's arguing against? Which way are you arguing?
I want it like
That was the best.
70.
She wants
Yeah,
like
70.
He wants it at like 76, 78.
Brian,
Okay.
put on your
Because
phone
you're
or
burning
money.
Hey, just show them your boobs and you
Froze.
Hey,
You can show up in the list
turn
right
your
there.
thermostat down and go.
With you have your name on there.
Be like,
I can't sleep. Okay, we're good. Yeah.
don't make it complicated.
He's cold at 74.
We're simple people, Leah. We're simple.
It's 74 that ran on, he's got a blanket up secure on the couch. That's what it is. He's cold. That's what it is. If you're cold, if I wanted it where I wanted it, he would have been sleeping in like pants.
Where's the scores, Brian?
Yeah, he's
It's
cold.
a good question.
Hey, Brian. Hey, Brian, you got whiskey score.
Junior comes out.
Uh-oh.
He's like, "Mommy, can you get there?" And I'm like, "No, it's your shit's not right."
Yeah.
I need to go.
Stella likes
You
it
keep
cold.
that like 64 in the winter
Claire-
time?
Yeah,
Like,
like-
Claire's my favorite.
Exactly. That's like-
But I'm like, I got more money. I can't sleep hot.
He said it.
I was like, that's not very hot. So-
Nothing.
Yeah.
Texas.
We'll have it just, you can find everything.
Well, that's not ideal.
We're going on 17 years.
There's no gas.
Dipsy, we still fight.
You don't touch my pants.
Nope.
Let's go hang out with
And I took a Wi-Fi thermostat.
He's hard to keep down. He's always doing something.
Abby said,
You guys get the schedule. Like I said, I keep it down.
I have to fight for 70. I live in Texas.
I don't like something.
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go right on the
Hey.
Everything's so
What?
And you're like, well, we can break it into a couple
Everything is cool and you're
We
part
have
of
our
the team.
thermostat at like 65.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So this is last year, right?
Hey, we got a little.
And I
I'm just
shop-
curious to
I
see
shop
why
for vitamins
Williams
every
on there.
single
Like,
year.
is he
We got a little.
And everything, but everything's
mesh up from?
get your shit together, Brian.
Yeah, you fucked it up.
I don't know what did I do wrong here?
I don't know, but you need to fix it.
Did you attach the wrong bourbon, or is the wrong data on the bourbon?
The computer might be heating up with it at 74.
Can't be.
Peter says, turn me down.
Hey,
Who said that?
once again.
Don't encourage it because you're gonna get a lot more trash.
That's what I kept saying, man.
We need this guy. No, we need this guy around more.
Alan, I like your review.
That was perfect.
Thank you.
I don't know why it's not coming up.
I didn't get to see
We need more hand grenades like that.
Fucking around. Look around,
I was like, you don't have it all the time. Like, it's the only place I can encourage.
The naming.
So let's change. Let's get rid of this.
We have.
I mean, there's a bunch of leagues tied to the 4-1.
No, John figured it out.
Not blow up my house. Like,
Let's do it. Let's do it. John figured it out. I was not consistent with my naming conventions. That's always a problem.
I know.
But
You need me to rename that book.
Maybe I can fit it in here.
He wakes up, he's like,
so
hey, we
all now I built side streets off.
You know where you belong.
I was trying to tell you that. You weren't listening.
I didn't want to make it
ATL is the
Still, that makes no sense. Why the hell would they not put it in?
Sterling's supposed to
Hence,
Yeah.
what I dropped.
It's just like Excel with like.
I have a dog sitter.
It's like that, right, John?
No, it's just on my.
So they're taking out table keys that allow third party.
Did you
Power BI allows you to they have like a whole thing on their website.
Dave's over there.
Minor disruption. We're good. We're back. Sorry about that. I fixed it. Oh, Matt. Oh, we didn't get an 80 out of Matt. We got 70 though. All right. That composite way higher than everything else. I think it's like 15 points higher than neck closes. Who wants to share some info?
It was better.
It was better.
The nose to me, everything else is great.
Yeah, I like that. Al?
It finished the way it's supposed to be. You just said it's
I like that. I'm down for that. Is that what you put down here too?
What else do I know?
Come on, Feroz, you're new to the party. We want to hear some Feroz input. Say again?
damn fine.
Give me the first
Mighty
one.
fine.
Give me the first one.
Ski. That wasn't though. That's what we were supposed to do.
The Mighty Fine wasn't. Ironically enough.
There are no teeth.
So Feroz with the highest on this one, 83.5.
He's at the least amount to drink.
Interesting. Once he, so he's gonna have to double back and get the 1 and 2 out of the way. Yeah, they're in. All right, here we go. Let's go back.
I just realized my scoring is bullshit because that was my favorite. That's my lowest score.
I don't know how to rate these.
I can delete and re-enter. All right, here we go.
No, it's not.
So we got a 58.5,
Oh no.
62.
Not a chance in hell. Can I reevaluate that score?
Yep. Give me a second. 56 and 73. So 11 points.
That makes sense.
So am I deleting your 04 back?
Wait, go back one more time.
No, it was.
To which one?
Yeah, that one. That one. I need to reevaluate.
You want to redo 02? I don't normally do this, but I like you, Gary.
That was by far the best.
The integrity of the reviews are kind of gone.
What was that one called?
Apprentice Batch 02.
I'm so happy, dude.
That's awesome. Congrats, man.
Okay, but as you drink better, your taste.
Sorry, it's not Booker's not.
Your palate starts to get shot.
Yeah, that's part of what you're saying.
That's part of it. That's what it's revealing.
Well, if we're really going to do this professionally, we need to start off with a baseline.
Yeah.
And then between every drink, we have a baseline. We need to reset to what is this supposed to taste like. And then what you're supposed to drink in between is glimmering and tender.
Yeah, I hear you. He's not halfway through this. And I was like, I think I know this is going to end.
I took software you take to your parents' house.
Yeah,
And your dad was like, I like this stuff a lot.
Yep.
I was like, what is this intelligence sensor? He's like, I like this
That
a
one
lot.
I'm drinking wine.
And I told him, like, you can buy this in handles and it's not that expensive. And he was like, okay. So I wouldn't be surprised if next time you go over there might be a handle on there.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's how we finished up for the night.
That seems right.
Charlie's batch 58.5, Apprentice batch 68,
I agree with
61.6,
this 100%.
Mighty Fine batch 56.1, and Storyteller 73.5.
So start broad. Who disagrees
I don't remember.
I do.
with the
What are
ranking?
you asking?
Who disagrees with the ranking and why?
I loved the first one, but I don't
Because-
know.
I like the first one too.
Shut up, Leanne.
It was Gouda. I liked it.
Number 3 has an opportunity, but still 4 wins. So
But
that's
I will say the last one was my second favorite, and so
See, I like number 3 better than number 2.
Number 1 was
Okay.
better
Still
than
the case, though.
Yeah,
For
you have to.
a
One's still your
new
face.
Number
whiskey,
3 has
it's
a crap on
like
anything
two
second
channels.
Yeah, when you got
Excuse
lots
my
of-
French.
I like
Number 3 has a
that.
fucking chance.
Yeah.
For a new
I don't
like,
I think
one gets a
where I
fair
don't know
score.
They're
much
the
about
spiciest
bourbon.
rides that I
Because
have.
I like it.
We've talked about doing a reverse order. We've talked about it.
That's my perspective.
Like, instead of like, if I have it, like, I didn't drink anything else.
Hey,
it's
two
like,
So-
leans more towards.
Brian, is it possible to see after all that years deposits and how that is?
Yes.
So your palate is
Not right now.
Yes.
I'll add it. I have a. The next chart I have one where I'll put it in. We can do that too.
Right. I could drink the shit out of
Two?
Yeah, I think
One I could just sit and drink.
Yeah.
I could guzzle one,
That's me.
but it doesn't taste like Booker's. I don't want to. When I buy Booker's, I don't want one that I could just sit and drink. Two glasses of that.
3's getting overlooked.
3, I'm with Alan. The reason I disagree with Gary, or like not with Gary, to Gary's question, I'm with Alan. I disagree with this because I think 3's better than that.
You think 3's better than what? Than who?
I think it goes
What's your
four-
ranking?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, well, that's fine.
Not way off, but
I thought
Three-
I thought
three's
three was
overrated.
leader.
Three is
Like it was not it wasn't a Booker's really, but I liked it.
You know what? Let me try 3 again.
Hey, Brian, you need to
can't pour my own drink.
adjust.
True.
In the interest
I
of
know how this
science.
goes.
The rule exists only to throttle your alcohol intake.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So you got to figure out.
It has nothing to do with the other 12 of us.
You have to figure out how to adjust your scale because if you look at number 4, like the palate and the finish are by far and away higher than any of the other 3.
Yeah, you're right.
But when you're looking at them, across the board, it doesn't look that way.
Yeah, you're right. I think it's set at the maximum so that it's all relative to with
Is there anybody that did not think number 4 was the best?
I took it down before I came here.
Anybody rank 4 lower than 1? Lower than the best. Yeah.
Number 4 was definitely the best.
Who else would like to discuss something about these 4 batches? Anyone?
Let's drink the new one. Let's drink the little book. I went for that.
I think you should set number
I don't know.
4 aside
Put the other 3
and put all the other 3 in a bowl and we mix them together.
All right.
Hey, Chris. They're like talking about the 3 good profiles. I don't remember what it was. It's like they're like these 2
I'm sure to me that wasn't even that last one was.
Yeah, it was.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the Booker's portion of Booker. Now, in recent years, we've opened up like another little chapter.
Who reads nowadays?
So there's a bottle out here called Little Book. I told you the story about where Booker's came from and like why it exists and the namesake and everything. Katie will hear this in just a second.
Shut up.
The master distiller
when Booker's was Booker No. His son, so after Booker passed, his son took over. Fred No. And Fred No is the one who's doing all of the blending and everything. He's the master distiller out there now. Fred has a son named Freddie. Freddie has the keys to every whiskey warehouse under the Sazerac, Suntory Beam, not Sazerac, Suntory Beam umbrella. I don't know why I said Sazerac. But anyway, so he gets to go around and get like anything that Suntory Beam has available to him. And he started his own little blending, little, there's a word I'm looking for. I can't think of it. But anyway, he goes and he picks out all these different whiskeys and he tries to come up with unique blends and something that's kind of unique. Anybody that's tried the little books, you have to agree, like good or bad or great or awful, they've been a lot of fun to try. They're definitely different than anything else.
Oh, yeah.
And now we're into chapter 7. This one's called In Retrospect. You got some of the information up here, but what's kind of cool about this one is it uses one ingredient or one element from each of the previous 6 chapters, and then they include a 7th element that's not in the other ones. So the other ones, like, they have, one of them had like a 40-year-old Canadian grain whiskey. And then there's a Japanese whiskey in some of them. And there's Kentucky rye, and there's Canadian rye, and there's Japanese whiskey. This is all these different chapters. This has something from all of them. And then plus one more ingredient. So we're going to try Little Book, chapter 7, In Retrospect.
But like the newest edition, right? What is it called? Is it Cruise?
Are we doing something over here?
As soon as Dane's done watching Peppa Pig.
Hey! That cork was on a tube.
That was.
We were definitely adding the cork.
Yeah, the cork was a tube.
Brian, do we know percentages of what's made up?
They don't tell you.
And I'm guessing they don't tell like where those things are coming from. Like that's
Sorry,
great
just the water.
No.
She's moved on. I moved
They
on
just
here.
really
Now, I have noticed that they do not embrace the LGBTQ community because they only do straight bourbon. I've not seen
no gays.
David, you need
Now trolls band together.
Which is not very inclusive of them, but whatever. Freddie can do whatever he wants. Vote with your wallet, man.
The oddball is this.
All day.
I like the joke though. Keep it coming. Melanie straight.
He's on my team.
He's
Yes. Cheers.
Rolling up the street.
This does not factor into the overall comparison with the Booker's ones. There is, I don't know why there's a Booker's profile on it. That's actually kind of
rate this?
But you do rate it. It is on your app. It is on your app.
They take care of itself.
So definitely log in and use your rate.
There you go. My kid knows how to use the ninja. Come on.
I'm pretty sure
Like,
He's getting close to that.
Cooking his waffles and shit.
Yeah, I did. Well,
Congratulations.
good.
I'm not for
Weird.
Yeah.
It is weird.
And it
Tastes like maple syrup. It is it changes your
Hey,
life.
Brian.
It changes your life.
Bring it
Oh,
on back.
little man.
He's grad though. He's like
No, it's
my fault, Brian. I did fast.
yeah.
Build around him.
It's very sweet. It's amazing.
It's over the top.
Like, it tastes like maple syrup linked to the praline ice cream.
I was
We go. I don't even know to be running around. Earlier, I spilled some on my hands because I was passing the bottle and I wiped it on my dress.
Brian.
I wasted it.
Brian.
I was like, no, I'm not.
Before you taste it,
What?
pralines and cream ice cream.
Will you hold
Go.
on my
Yeah.
glass so Brian can get his drink?
Gotta go in there.
Let's go.
Very nutty.
Exactly.
Some water in it.
Yeah, I mean 100%.
What does that get used for
I can see that.
during F1?
Okay, that hasn't happened yet.
During F1,
Fine, I'll drink it.
when
I'm assuming it has a use.
yeah, so I got a program that calls an API into live
Is that
time.
better?
And when the like a yellow flag comes out, it flashes
Tell him,
yellow.
he needs to come
A
over.
safety car comes out, it flashes SC.
It's immersive.
Yeah. You need to come over one day. I can replay a race. Well, race that hasn't been going on. But I can replay a race and sync up everything. Live race looks like movies. You can afford to do it. Like I sent a video to somebody.
Hey, do you want to be in
The
this?
commentator
Which
goes,
you wanna be
"Oh,
on?
it looks like a." You know, as he was saying the word safety car, he said it looks like a safety car is coming out. He goes, "It looks like a." And he already said that it was like flashing safety car. It was like
That's quick.
bang on to it. I have one view over here that's got AI transcriptions of all the T radios.
Yeah.
So like, when you watch the broadcast, you only hear 5%
Some of my
of it.
favorite stuff to follow.
You only hear like 5% of the broadcast. They're all happening.
What's that? Why do we have Booker's profile?
That's a because I was lazy and didn't update the.
You're gonna wake up. Hey, you guys.
I didn't know what. I was just trying to tell you what I saw.
Yeah, you actually do. You know what? Just for grins, you can put a Booker's profile in there. Because there was one.
I like this better than the Booker's.
But it doesn't mean it's on profile.
We need food also. There was one.
It was all. It was the. They had one. I think it was a third chapter. Was all overaged versions of the signature series. So it had Booker's, Baker's, Basil Hayden's, and Knob Creek. They're all. The Knob Creek was the only one that wasn't technically overaged. You could get 15s and whatever. It was like a 15 Knob Creek and like a 12 Bookers and a 16 Basil Hayden's.
I like Oregon's Blackberry. Now I'll get into it.
Interesting.
Let's pour her some inserts.
Three is my fault.
Not a fan.
I thought the two was interesting.
The only thing that stands out that I really like is a little bit of the smoke.
Brian, imagine
I
this.
like the banana
Brian,
soda.
stay with me. You just had a good steak dinner.
I'm already in. You're right.
All right. You
You won me over.
got a decent cigar, and you're dipping the tip in that. It's almost like an aperitif. Like it's like almost like a cognac.
Yeah, it's good.
I can buy into that. It's the whiskey drinker's cognac. I can buy into that.
Late night. It's an after dinner.
Actually, I think this. I gonna say a late night.
You've already eaten. You're about to go to bed. Yeah, you want something wild.
You're ready to done with
I actually like
The very first thing I tasted was Rayleigh's and cream.
Which is wild. You know, you're talking about a feast or famine release is Little Books.
I don't hate that, but it's like.
Hey Brian,
I wouldn't start my night with that.
I saw the retail on this one.
Retail?
Yeah,
I want to say 130.
So it's about the same as checkers.
Yeah, 130, 140.
the finish on this one.
Yeah,
I think that's like MSRP. You probably see it a lot for 150, but I think it's like 130, 140. If Booker's is 109, this would be like 130.
The finish on this one, Brian. It's lasting so long like any of the
Good.
It's just in its lower.
Brian, Brian, this is shit lays on your tongue like freaking maple syrup.
It doesn't even
That is
All I can be is me.
Little Book is a no-no for me.
Why? 5.
Interesting.
And now I'm like,
Is there anybody that hasn't scored?
I feel like
Are the results in?
Yeah, but it's not what?
Oh, we're missing a few. It's not just you. Fro's not a fan, huh?
I'm submitting mine. I need time here. I want to try to get it.
I don't know. I just had the best one. I went to worst. I had number 3. I had number 3 at Booker's. It's number 3.
Did you get a submission from him?
Let me look for you over here. No. Wait, but I'm missing a lot over here.
I submitted it.
Oh, you put it the wrong one. You put it the wrong batch. I got you. I got you. I'll change it. I'll fix it.
Little book 7, right?
Yeah.
I have an iPhone minis. You know, I have this.
You know where they
What it looks like.
Hey, refresh that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, if people like the speed of animation cycles for TV shows, there's way less like
Who's the starter's name?
things move.
Walter.
Fully.
I think it was Walter.
Al, not a fan at all. Al gave it a Matt rating.
Whoa.
Al, you're wrong.
He got tequila.
After
Interesting.
I went
interesting.
I went from the best one.
Like,
to
that's
the
everything
not
that Grandma
so
Ye
good
wishes
that
it
I
was.
wanted.
This is one of the best ones.
Although, if you get some of the expensive.
Hey, you guys want to talk? I'm right here. Let's
No,
go.
I've had
7 conversations.
The more I'm tasting it, the more I'm really liking the sweet finish. I really like.
I love both.
It tastes like the glaze on a ham, where there's like a meaty, there's a meatiness behind it, but it's
Is it crispy
sweet,
or not?
but
Viscous.
yeah.
Like it, like
What's the heaviest weight to a composite score?
Palate.
Bryan, what's the point of this on your desk? What is this?
It hides the wires a little bit.
You see when you're jerking off, nobody sees you.
That's about it. Exactly.
There it goes.
China doesn't know what he's doing here.
Yeah. When I'm tugging the rope down there, you can't tell.
It's not too sticky.
It's like I hit him in the head.
He has 3 strings going.
Leanne can't figure out why I only wave with my left hand to her. Like,
That was.
well,
Hey, Dave, how was
how are glasses looking?
I want to hear that commentation.
Bryan, I can tell you have the peripheral view screen. Incident in the back.
What?
The peripheral view screen.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Brian,
so
Well, I didn't know it was a competition, though.
this officially draws to close Booker's night. Now we have something more in store.
Why did Connor do so well?
Thank you. I will leave this keyboard available if you want to go tinker around and find out like what you liked or what you didn't like. Storyteller batch was the best one by far. We can see here. You can use this to kind of look around if you want to find your scores on here. Dive into them a little deeper. But the highest score was Connor on batch 2.
Way to go, Connor.
The lowest score was Alan
on that hill.
Lowest score was Alan on Little Book.
You know, this
Matt-
is me, Alan.
Matt-
He's just trying to win.
Matt got out hated.
No way. What are you doing, dude?
Now, while that's up there,
Got the high and low.
while that's up there, for anybody that
He did it.
for anybody that hasn't been,
No, you came back for
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
That was an awesome
you could have walked away with house money. How Burgers Night usually ends is that we now open up to whatever you want to make yourself happy. We have
I think you should blend the first 3.
we have there's bottles over here.
don't
There's
reel
bottles in
the
that
book
cabinet
down.
behind you. I hate to make rules, but The only one is if it's open, knock yourself out. If it's sealed, just ask me first. Only because there's a couple that I'm trying to keep remain sealed until some certain event. But if it's open, and it has to do with my daughter, so it's actually kind of important. So, but if it's open, knock yourself out. If you come to me and say, "Hey, do you mind if I have some of this?" I'm going to be a little bit disappointed in you. Of course, you can have some of this. Before we do that, if you read your Evite, anyone read their Evite?
I did. Yes. Something about people fighting each other.
So one thing on one thing on the Evite, if you notice, it said we have all the Booker's batches, which was the first one we tried, plus Little Book, which is what we just tried, and then it said plus one special guest, right?
Oh, that's true.
So we have a special guest bottle, and a big thank you to John for helping me acquire this. This is a single barrel pick of a barrel that was selected to go into Booker's and was not used. So if you know with Booker's, they pick like the most premium barrels that they have in all the bean facility. And for whatever reason, this didn't make the cut for blending with whatever profile Fred was going for. And it sat there for a little longer than all the other barrels. Got roughly an extra year of aging on it. This is just shy of 9 years old. So we're going to call it 8 years old. This is barrel number 99. It is a 60.7% proof.
It's a little light.
This is as close as you will probably get without donating thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to charity. I mean, like, who cares about charity? But anyway, Booker's made one single barrel, and it was for a good cause. They raised a lot of money. Not knocking that at all, but it was like thousands and thousands of dollars just to have a chance to get it. This is as close as you'll get to a single barrel Booker's as there is. And we're going to crack this MFer and see how it tastes.
I feel like a pump up or something. I'm feeling.
I know some. Yeah, now this cork's gonna suck because it's glass.
Yeah, there's not gonna be any pops. It's gonna be silent.
So you have to watch.
We should all go.
Hey!
Hey, give that one a -2.
We're going for silence, right?
So I'm gonna be honest.
You thought you had all the plastic off?
I thought long and hard about sharing this bottle with all you degenerates, but you just showed up tonight, so we're gonna go ahead and do it.
That looked like a dentist looking at it and be like,
Yeah, so use your teeth. Hey, it's the front one.
You must work
Brian,
this off.
I'm savoring, so I'm gonna come back to it. Is that all right?
Yeah, of course.
Excited.
Dan, I'm proud of you not hiding the actual glass while the people are pouring.
You can't tell what you want. Hey,
I like to give people a soft.
I don't know why.
Because you're a gracious host. What's the word?
Pour this and I'll take over. Yeah?
Take a switch to the bottom. I feel like I'm excited that this press confirmation.
Did you see that?
Chris.
Hey, can you do a ratio based on the scores mixed into one class of the Bookers? See if that helps at all.
We're talking now, Bryan.
Yep.
That's what Bookers are supposed to be like.
You had this glass to make it over there.
No, just
I'm
Let's make it
That shit
I
smells
literally
amazing.
like the most tiny
I was getting scared there.
Tiniest core.
Like literally want to just be like,
Yes, please.
that smells so good. Yeah.
Hey, Brian, you got another glass?
I'm still on little.
Little book?
Yeah, thank you.
It's
I
amazing.
was like chapter
I
7.
can't admit now.
I like it a little bit.
So you're
I really like it.
Last year's was like.
I was so
Last
excited.
year's was so good. Yeah.
No, you're good. You're good.
This one's like.
Go back now. We're back to line again.
Yeah.
You look like Hazel and then
In your right now.
More.
Yeah, run the
I
train.
swear
You'll take
I was
the wrap off your. Not if you don't have to. You don't like taking them off? Why not?
But yeah,
It's when he goes.
I didn't know I like alcohol at this point.
I swear to you, the first time.
Closer, Bryan, closer. A little bit closer.
And then you get through it, and you're like,
Show the people what you know.
It's really good.
Are we in the
Yeah.
Yes, this is
Yeah,
all
the
the
whole
whole
action recorded.
goddamn
Your
thing.
sexual assault that you
A whole
just
tattoo. Yeah, we're
Look at my youth pastor.
Look at dog.
10-page
did.
essay.
Wanted to shout out.
I told her.
This is
You're probably off screen. You're probably fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
give me
you are
the
off
computer.
This is so good.
Here we go.
That's really way.
This is good.
What am I gonna add?
This is so fucking. Why
John
was
is
this
on
a
here.
fucker's
A little
shit?
cheers. A little cheers to the night.
This is better than the 4 bookers.
Agreed. This is 100% agreed.
You hate
The best thing we've tasted all night.
I would think
I'll
this
switch
is
the spots. Not even close.
It's probably good. I got some charcoal out for the broth. Oh, we need to put the broth in.
Yeah.
Do that.
This is good.
Time for all broths in a big pot. Put like one beer in the bottom. And just
Are you adding anything?
yeah, I'm gonna try to add it in there. I think I can do that.
10s across the board. That's the best thing.
10!
That's the best thing we've tasted. Best thing we've tasted all
Oh,
night. Not even close.
Sorry, yeah. We love it. I really respect the educational part. I understand the have fun job.
That's why you do it.
Yeah,
I was working up there.
Sarah,
I don't have to
know a million times more than Bryan.
That's kind of like open
I-
eyes, like what people know.
Those other ones.
I don't know if I'll be able to add that quick.
I said you know more than Bryan.
But that was
Matt,
I
you
was
two know
telling
more
him
than
I
Bryan.
like
This is my little
presented this like
sitting there saying, like,
I'm very grateful.
Will,
Not on my feet. I just try to find a Logan.
it has everything.
Holy shit, that's good.
good, right?
Yeah. I had that.
Austin has to-
I tried the whole time. Like,
That's why this book's gonna have it
Let's not flex.
I got it. I was like, oh, that was
So
Like literally on both sides. This is his like he owns and him going holy. He owns he created this way. That was how we started.
I see you're all there. I have
There is a fight that's
I don't have this. The whole story behind that.
I was like,
So funny. You're like 3 days almost that's when you say this again. So mad. That's the worst thing.
I'm out.
Oh, yeah.
I like what you're doing.
I don't reckon where they come from.
What do you want? Anything? Come on, pour me something good. Logan, we work the same way. Is it open? What was this rule?
Just be on profile with what we have, right?
And we're probably responsible side, but
Yes.
Where's the guy, man? There you go. There you go. Who's the chair?
Let's not
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, we're having fun over here.
everybody's attention. Are we at UFC?
I'll let Bryan do that.
Sorry.
I followed in college.
If you've never had this, you definitely need to get a pour now.
I want it.
If you have had it and you want some more, get a pour now.
I want it.
This is what I think is, in my opinion,
Hey, man, I want it.
granted, there's a lot of nostalgia wrapped up in this. I fully admit it. But in my opinion, the best bourbon I've ever had in my entire life.
Whoa.
It's the best Booker's batch without question, I think. You have a little big man, small batch. This is up here for the
Backyard barbecue,
2015.
everyone.
Can I get a year? Can I get a year?
Brian, you don't want me to pour my own.
2015-01.
That's what you're talking about.
This is the quintessential Booker's bourbon.
There were some guys that
Definitely
just
don't want me to pour my own.
and I was like, he wouldn't like
I
that.
just said, where's your straws?
want that? And I'll trade those.
But let's get to the last one,
Yeah.
unintentional.
Yeah,
we made
I
dispensary.
It was just.
Yeah, you need to drink
Yes.
this.
I am not a Blanton fight.
Like it was just.
That's just on Blanton.
I don't think Blanton's like great.
No, this is better than everything.
This is the best.
And to me, Blanton's is all about like. It's all about fun.
You know where to find it. You know where to find it. It's over here.
Hey, Bryan, next year can we start?
No, because literally
Gold.
It's okay, but I have a shot.
Go back.
Next year we're gonna go
I'm gonna share it.
I'm gonna give Logan his own for it.
All right,
I'm still drinking your single
What
barrel.
do you think?
Single barrel?
We were
Phenomenal.
Where do you rank this? Hey, Bryan.
Oh, wow.
It would be
I'm
a top 10 best for sure.
No, I mean,
Top
everything
maybe
after.
top
Yeah, that was so good.
Like,
So good.
Big Man, Oven Buster, definitely better. Kathleen's,
I've seen
probably better.
I've never had a better
everything. The shells.
Toogie's
I'm asking
Invitation.
as the little brother.
This is
What turned you on to whiskey?
What turned me on to whiskey?
Yeah. What was the first thing that you had this week?
The first time I had good, quote unquote,
What? I didn't say anything.
the first good whiskey, quote unquote, good whiskey I had was Gentleman Jack.
Which is good.
I drank.
It wasn't what he was thinking.
What do you
Okay.
think?
I'm in my happy.
Eagle Rare? Well, Eagle Rare.
There you go.
That's like
I didn't
being
say
like-
So, it depends on which part for you.
Price wise, taste wise.
Okay, so I drank whiskey and Coke. Then the first whiskey I had was Coke over ice. And then I was like, you know, Jack's pretty good. I didn't know Coke was good myself. And then what he said is the first one
I'm
was
excited about it.
and I had to handle it back then.
Before you knew what it was, before you even so handle you mean like the big, like the magnum bottles, like magnum.
Yeah, we got to show the title.
It's not handle, it's a magnum.
It's great.
They did a really great job. So you know what got me on a bourbon?
That is the spot.
I was a mezcal.
Brady is a perfect nightcap.
I tried Scotch.
So good.
Scotch made me throw too much hair, and I hated it because it was too spicy. But then you showed me a bourbon. I don't know what it was. Then you introduced me to that corn shit.
Right now,
And I was like, and I think it was a part of a nostalgia thing.
Bro, anything you want, man. Open up my bag. I think you had all the bookers.
Well, for me, whiskey is like bourbon, just like ice with a handshake.
Alright, Frozen showed up a little something.
Bryan.
Oh yeah.
It's all Jamaican.
You say that. You say
the better.
Okay.
Like, I know good shit, but not like. Yes.
I love it.
I like that.
My favorite beers are all like don't really sound better IPA. No, see, I like Belgian wine.
No, I love Belgian squats. They're like honestly,
When I go in general, I'm gonna watch like I've gone through this phase where it's like I hear a lot, then I listen a lot. It's like metal. What would you like? Even down as far as
No, I honestly didn't know. I had no
But the beers are like you go to a place that has.
I didn't ask you. You're gonna get there.
He probes and he gets it.
When he finished that, I brought a 16-year-old Knob Creek.
John,
Pretty really good.
calm down. You're thinking of stuff I love. Dude, the 12-year-old Knob Creek is one of my favorite Knob Creeks.
Yeah.
It's just so good. So 16 is going to be another level. I'm so glad you did that.
One of these days, I will get to go.
I mean, you got to do it like how we did it. 'Cause we actually
I'm saying like not weight class.
we actually went into that.
She's got like a revive
There, but we stayed out so fast.
That's where I'm like, I got to choose one place, so it's like
You guys see the thing that turned a straight line? Oh, there it is. I was looking for the camera.
Yes. I'm like, I don't think they want to hear us bullshit anymore, so I figure we'll cut this off.
Give him a sign off, man.
The real question, if you guys know about the technology, is
Heavyweight, light heavyweight. And it makes me talk about math to pronounce
It's like
off of
the dude handed Booker's over and he left. They retired. And he was like, don't fuck it up.
Alright, cheers everybody. See you guys on Monday.